Has anyone ever picked on you for any in particular reason? Between 1 in 4 and 1 in 3 U.S. students say that they have been bullied at school. Most children will hide their embarrassment of being bullied, and out of those that do come forward, how many actually get help from parents or teachers? In addition to children, adults may also similarly get bullied in a workplace or in a public area as well. Roughly 15% of employees report being a target of workplace bullying. In the article, Help I'm Getting Bullied, Carly Danielson and Suzanne Jones describe bullying as the use of power and aggression to purposefully inflict harm on others. Danielson and Jones studied how students who reach out to teachers are reporting receiving little to no help. The article describes the 3 different types of support offered and which method they best believe helps most. As I will go over in this presentation, Carly Danielson and Suzanne Jones' article, Help I'm Getting Bullied, examines the different types of support, which we will go over, and which types best influences participants. To begin, here's a little information about bullying. When you think of someone being bullied, you may just think of a kid being pushed around and laughed at. There's more to it. There are 4 types of bullying: physical, verbal, relational, and damage to property. The 2 most popular types of bullying would be physical and verbal. Physical bullying involves hurting a person's body or possession. For example, if you seek another person hitting, kicking, tripping, or pushing, this is considered physical bullying. This mainly occurs when someone physically harms another person. Verbal bullying is saying or writing mean things. Examples of verbal bullying would be teasing, name-calling, and inappropriate sexual comments. This video is a visual of verbal bullying. In a personal opinion, verbal bullying is the worst. Words can stick with you for eternity, while bruises and cuts can fade away. I myself have been a victim of verbal bullying, and this is why this topic hits so close to home. In addition to different types of bullying, there are also different types of support. In the article, Danielson and Jones review over 3 basic types of support: emotional, informational, and network support. The article first talks about emotional support. Emotional support consists of expressions of care and concern. This is viewed as the most effective support response that helps people cope with stressful emotions. The article states that providing emotional support first helps create a climate where individuals can work through some of their negative feelings and thoughts. In addition to emotional support, the article also describes informational support. Informational support offers advice or guidance for concrete strategies the distressed person can undertake to fix the problem. I believe this type would be useful for older children or teens. I myself often look for informational support. This mainly consists of advice and suggestions. For me, I like to know how others would deal with an issue themselves, and maybe that would work for me too. Lastly, the article goes over network support. Network support refers to the provision of social resources, such as referring people to experts or other potential confidants. In network support, you're creating a network of people to help you. An example of network help include group counseling. I myself have been to several group counseling sessions as I was a younger kid, and I found it to be more embarrassing. I was more afraid that the other members would laugh at me or judge me rather than understand my situation. Now that I've told you a little bit about bullying and the different types of support offered, let's move to the experiment. Danielson and Jones conducted a study that focused on bullied students and what support techniques helped them most or what they believed to be helpful. The sample consisted of 640 students. Out of those 640 students, 355 have reported being bullied in the past. Of those 355 students who were bullied, 85 students also reported going to a teacher for help. During the study, the participants were given scenarios of different situations and of hypothetical conversations between a teacher and a student. The study evaluated the participants' satisfaction of the teacher's support provided. In conclusion, Danielson and Jones' results did not support their research findings. The article's results suggest that 1. Conversations with more than one support type were evaluated as most supportive. 2. Conversations featuring network support anywhere were viewed as most supportive. And 3. The emotional support only conversation was viewed as least supportive, whereas the emotion and network support conversation was viewed as most helpful. This was most surprising to them because they found that emotional support was viewed as the best type, whereas the study concluded that it was the least supportive. In conclusion, I think it is agreeable that getting out and talking about your feelings and getting advice is better than not seeking any help at all. The next time you're thinking about being a bully, think of a time where you were once bullied. Think of how that made you feel and the help that you had to seek to get over that bad experience. In doing so, by not partaking in bullying, think of how your actions could then affect how others would act as well. If you don't think it is cool, then maybe the next person won't either. Maybe consider how if someone were to stand up and guide a bully away from you, wouldn't you want to do the same for them? In the end, it makes more sense to get along than to cause someone pain and harm. You'll end up living with regret and wishing you hadn't done that in the past. Every action has a reaction, and don't let that reaction be a cause of pain that you put someone through.